In 2024, a whistleblower dumped a cache of encrypted body cam footage onto the dark web. The clips showed a research team running for their lives from something that defies modern biology. We look at this green canopy and see an untouched wilderness. The reality is that huge swaths of the Congo are managed as militarized zones. This is not a park, it is an active containment area. A distinct pattern has emerged. Elite scientific expeditions receive clearance. They report severe ecological anomalies, and then they disappear. The few who return are escorted out by private military contractors. The response is always immediate. Government agencies confiscate all sensor data, seize physical samples, and force the survivors to sign non-disclosure agreements under the direct threat of federal prison. Authorities do not enforce complete data blackouts to protect a rare species of ape. The extreme level of suppression suggests they are not hiding a new animal, but a physical record that contradicts our current understanding of human development. The first leaked file details a November 2022 expedition to Lake Kaliba. A 6-person international team went in to track down 71 individuals who had vanished from the shoreline without leaving a single trace. The researchers noted an immediate environmental anomaly. The surrounding jungle was dead silent. No birds, no insects. The lake itself was entirely black and motionless, sitting heavy like a pool of thick oil. On the third night, the ground shook with rhythmic, heavy impacts. The body cams recorded a 25-foot silhouette with a massive neck rising from the mist. In seconds, it pulled their guide, Musa, into the dark. When the survivors reached safety, intelligence officers were waiting. Every frame of their 24-hour body cam footage was seized, and the entire Lake Kaliba region was strictly banned to civilian access. Mainstream science maintains that sauropods died out 65 million years ago. Sealing off the lake ensures that this biological impossibility remains a secret, protected from any independent verification. In 2019, ground-penetrating radar scans revealed an even larger problem. Deep beneath the roots and soil, the radar mapped out a massive, symmetrical geometric grid of streets and structures. An expedition bypassed the canopy the following year, descending into a deep cavern. They discovered a bioluminescent hall housing a 30-foot statue of an entity with elongated limbs and a prominent third eye socket. A connected cave system provided the biological proof. In 2021, recovery teams located over 50 abnormally large hominid skulls. Every single one featured that exact same third orbital cavity in the center of the forehead. This diagram illustrates the resulting DNA analysis. While some segments matched standard human code, an unidentified genetic branch diverged completely. Carbon dating placed the oldest bones at 15,000 years, but several were less than 2 centuries old. These findings validate local accounts of the forest people. A parallel advanced hominid species has been living below the surface for millennia, and the recent dating of the remains proves they are still there. This threat is not ancient history. In March 2024, an 8-person climate research team traveled deep into the forest to document ancient root systems. Team leader Emily Chen transmitted a final update. She reported finding massive trees estimated to be 5,000 years old. Their trunks were marked with an intricate, unnatural language of carved symbols. The rescue team arrived to find laptops still open and meals sitting untouched. They followed a heavy trail of fresh blood for a kilometer into the bush before it vanished completely into an undisturbed thicket. The search operation was derailed by psychological distress. Rescuers documented hearing distinct whispers emanating from the deep caves and reported the overwhelming sensation that the forest itself was tracking their movements. 8 experienced scientists did not succumb to the elements. They crossed an invisible border into a populated subterranean territory and were systematically removed. The prehistoric survivors, the cavern architecture, and the vanishing researchers are all connected. The evidence points to a single, highly advanced evolutionary branch that operates parallel to our own. Publicly acknowledging this reality destroys the foundation of modern anthropology. It forces institutions to admit that Homo sapiens are not the only, or perhaps even the most advanced intelligence on this planet. This map visualizes the likely strategic response, a strict quarantine perimeter. Human governments appear to be enforcing this boundary as a desperate containment measure, a way to ensure our two worlds remain physically separated.
The confiscated drives, the extreme NDAs, and the military cordons are the enforcement tools. They maintain a fragile boundary, sacrificing individual lives to prevent a direct confrontation with a civilization we cannot control. We look at the dark zones on our maps and assume they are empty, but in the deepest pockets of the Congo, humanity is no longer the hunter. We are the intruders.